There is a game that every one of us has played in childhood: hide and seek. Bursts of laughter, frantic footsteps rushing to find a hiding place, and the thrill when the seeker begins the countdown. In our imagination today, a new game of hide and seek unfolds among friends in a small garden. Chirping birds flit about, and dense foliage provides perfect hiding spots. After only a few steps of searching, the little bird is discovered, leaving behind a far more challenging opponent: the chameleon. Why is it so difficult? Because the chameleon is a true master of disguise. While other creatures must rely on darkness, bushes, or crevices to conceal themselves, the chameleon possesses a unique superpower: the ability to change the color of its skin and disappear into its surroundings. For the game of hide and seek, this is nothing short of a natural hack, making them the ultimate players. But behind this seemingly playful game lies a fascinating scientific secret. Why can chameleons change color so quickly? What exactly happens beneath their skin each time they shift hues? And what meanings do those colors carry? Let's dive deeper to uncover the mystery. Most of us are familiar with the image of a chameleon changing color to hide, but that's not the whole truth. The change in their skin color comes from three main reasons. First, it helps them regulate body temperature. Chameleons are cold-blooded animals. This means they cannot generate their own heat like humans. When it's cold, they turn darker to absorb more heat from the sun. Conversely, in high temperatures, they shift to lighter colors to reflect sunlight, reducing heat absorption and cooling their bodies. Second, chameleons change color to avoid predators. In the face of danger, their body becomes a cloak of invisibility, blending seamlessly with the environment. A chameleon standing still among green leaves, its skin turning leafy green, becomes almost invisible to its enemies. Third, and perhaps the most fascinating, they change color to communicate with each other. For chameleons, color is language. A vivid bright hue may be a challenge. A softer shade could be a courtship signal. In this way, they can express emotions, states of mind, or even social rank without making a sound. To understand this secret, we need to zoom in on the chameleon's skin. It is far from simple, being made up of several special layers of cells stacked together. The innermost layer contains melanin, the familiar brown pigment that humans also have. Melanin is what gives human skin its variation in tone, and for chameleons, it plays an important role in shaping their body colors. Above that lies a layer of cells that reflect light, often creating blue and white hues. These cells act like tiny mirrors, capable of bending and reflecting sunlight in many directions. There are also layers of cells containing yellow and red pigments. These pigments can combine with the reflected light from lower layers to create a wide spectrum of shades. The magic happens when a chameleon adjusts its body temperature or experiences different emotional states. Pigment sacs inside the cells expand or contract, altering the visible color. In just an instant, a chameleon can shift from a soft, leafy green to a dazzling orange or a deep, striking red. It's a finely tuned mechanism that blends biology, physics, and light. Each color on a chameleon's body carries a specific message. When they want to communicate or assert dominance, they turn darker. It can be a warning to rivals. "This is my territory, stay away." When they need to display strength or attract a mate, their colors become brighter, more vibrant, and striking. When aggressive or preparing for battle, their bodies are cloaked in dark shades, like wearing an intimidating suit of armor. Conversely, when they want to hide, chameleons choose greens or browns to blend into their surroundings. Thanks to this flexible transformation, they are rightfully called the masters of disguise in the animal kingdom. Beyond their color-changing ability, chameleons possess other remarkable traits that make them one of the most fascinating reptiles on Earth. First are their eyes. Each eye can rotate independently, allowing them to look in two different directions at once. This gives them nearly 360-degree vision, enabling them to watch for predators while keeping an eye on prey, missing nothing. Second is their super-fast tongue. When spotting prey, a chameleon doesn't need to pounce. It simply launches its long tongue. The tongue shoots out with astonishing speed. In just 0.07 seconds, it reaches and captures the unlucky insect. To put it into perspective, that's faster than the blink of a human eye. Thanks to these abilities, chameleons are not only masters of hide and seek, but also elite hunters in the natural world. And so, when the game of hide and seek comes to an end, the seeker must admit, finding a chameleon is nearly impossible. With their extraordinary color-shifting ability, panoramic eyesight, and lightning-fast tongue, chameleons truly deserve the title of nature's king of hide and seek. But more than just a game, the story of the chameleon offers us fascinating lessons about adaptability. In a world that is constantly changing, the ability to be flexible, to blend in, and to protect oneself is the key to survival. And perhaps the next time you see a chameleon on a branch, take a moment to pause. Who knows? Right before your eyes, a master performer may be putting on one of nature's most spectacular shows. Thank you for joining us on today's journey of discovery. See you again in the next video, with more amazing stories from the animal world around us.